Dear DSA students, we are so excited to be on this journey with you, and we want to say a big well done for your commitment and enthusiasm so far. Whether you have just joined or you have been learning with us over the past few weeks, we see your progress and we are rooting for you all the way. Now, we know there's been a bit of silence around the learning management system, and we sincerely apologize for that. But here's the good news. We have an update as regards the learning management system, and it is one you'll love. Some of you may have been onboarded on the previous LMS, but want to ask that you kindly disregard any previous link, platform, or communication concerning that old system. We are officially switching to a new platform that you may be familiar with, Canvas by Instructure. For those new to Canvas, don't worry. A video tutorial will be uploaded to guide you step by step on how to use the platform effectively on our YouTube channel. You will also receive an onboarding email directly from Canvas by Instructure to help you get started. Please follow the instructions in the email and input your details to begin your learning journey on the platform. We are committed to making sure your learning experience is smooth, interactive, and impactful. So please, pay close attention to the announcements coming right after this video for more details. We are so glad to have you with us. Keep going, we've got this.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Can everyone hear me? Good evening. Yeah, all right. Yeah, good to have everyone on the call. How you guys feeling? It's been a while. Yes. Good evening, Apostle. Yeah, good evening, Ayeni. Good evening, everyone. Are we ready? I want to know if we are ready. How are you feeling right now? Use a reaction button. How are you guys feeling? Like, just use a reaction button on your expectation for tonight's class. Like, just use the reaction button. Are you excited? Like, can I have some feedback? Everyone, use the reaction button to define how you are right now. How are you feeling? Like, go ahead, go ahead. I'm waiting. What is your expectation for tonight's class? Can't see me. Wow. Can everyone see me now? Somebody says she's tired. You can't be tired. I'm rooting for you. Bossedy, you can't be tired. Receive strength in Jesus' name. Someone said I can't see you. I guess you're the only one. Can every other person see me now? Okay, yes, I can. Okay. All right. Good, 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 good. Exactly. I like that. Supposedly receive strength. You've got this. Okay, so let's quickly take a recap of what we've learned so far. So someone should just give me a summary of everything that you've learned, right from the definition of products management to the point of what you were taught last week. Yeah, before we dive into today's class. So can someone just give me a summary? Drop it on the channel so let me know what you've learned so far. Yeah, so just drop it. I'm waiting. Drop like a summary of what you've learned. I hope everybody can hear me. Am I audible enough? I'm waiting for a recap of what we've done in our last class. Waterfall and agile model. Okay, Ifeanyiwa. Then someone else. Waterfall and agile. Yeah. What else? What else do you learn? I'm waiting. So are you telling me that for the past how many weeks? For the past 3 to 4 weeks now, it's just waterfall and agile model. Oh, we are not reading all of those things. Everything ends in class. You don't even study even after your classes and all. You can't tell me it's just agile and waterfall that you learned. Agile ceremony and rules. Road mapping and prioritization. PRD, user research. Great. What else? Moscow and rice model. What else? Types of products manager, strategy and road mapping, market strategies. Like okay, nice, nice one. Okay. Segmentation, scrum and sprints. Okay. I think we've learned a lot. In fact, you guys already they are PM already. Yes. Okay, product life cycle. Yeah. Nice one. I'm happy that you can remember everything you've learned so far. It shows that we're also reading even after your classes. We also use EBA as a prototype. Yeah, I think I was on that call when Jesu Bamila was using EBA as an example. So I was there. So yeah, nice one. Product development life cycle and product life. All right, so let's get started. Okay. All right. So who can tell me what we're having for tonight's class? Who knows the topic that we'll be talking about? What topic are we talking about? No, less later. Okay, nice one, kids. So for today's class, I'll be teaching us on what we named as product launch and go-to-market strategy. But this is how we're going to do it. For tonight's class, I'll be talking about go-to-market. Then tomorrow, that's going to be we're talking about roadmap. Then I said roadmap. Tomorrow, we'll be talking about product launch. Then Friday, they will just wrap the whole thing up. But today is go-to-market strategies because you need to have your go-to-market strategy in place before you start talking about launching of your product. So that's why we have to talk about go-to-market. So All right. So in today's class, let me show you the course outline for tonight's class. So yeah, these are learning for the week, go to market strategy, launch planning and execution strategies, collaborating with sales and marketing teams, evaluating, refining, post launch performance. So that's what we have for the week, right? So for today's class, so I'll be talking about go to market. Why do we need go to market? What are the benefits of go to market strategy? And what are the differences between marketing strategy and go to market strategy? And principles of go to market and how do we create pricing strategy? So, those are the few things that we'll be discussing in today's class. So, we urge everyone to just pay attention, get your popcorn beside you, and probably something chill and your writing materials as I take you guys through the journey. Yeah, so let's get started. So, go to market. What is go to market strategy? From the word go to market. Can somebody just give me like a definition of what go to market is? You can say whatever comes to your mind. There's no wrong answer. Just say whatever comes to your mind. Feel free. What's go to market? As a product manager, if your clients reached out to you and like, okay, we are working on this product and come up with the go to market strategy for this product, this, and that. What comes to your mind? What comes to your mind? Going to the market. Yeah, going to the market, getting market research. I know that all the PM students say we are excellent students because I can see everybody's update on LinkedIn. Like every day, I'll just be seeing like updates of what everybody has learned and tagging me and all of those. I was like, wow, I'm really happy that you're intentional about what you're doing here. So I believe in everybody and I'm looking forward to see everybody at the top. So I want the definition of go to market. I know that you give me something great. Yeah. How your product will be launched. Beautiful. How you plan to put your product out there for a patronage or to attract customers, correct? Go shopping, making your product known in the market, taking your developed products to your intended users. I said it, I have my senior PM on the score. This is an approach one can use to infiltrate the markets with the market, having already taken awareness of what's obtainable in the market. Go to market is launching your product to the users. Amazing. Nice one, Chidi. Okay. Uluwani Femi and everyone. This is for you, everybody. Thumbs up. Yeah. All right. So go to market is just like is a strategy that you set in place for you to to introduce your product to your users. So what are those strategies that you set in place? How do you want to introduce your products to your market? So it's just as simple as that. Go to market. What are the things you set in place for you to be able to like take your products to the market? You can't just work on your products. Marketing is even the main like people underrate it, but that's even the most important thing because you cannot complete a product now and you put it inside your room. It's not wise because you want to generate your revenue, yes or no. So it's a very crucial and very important. If you see how much they are paying marketers, it's a lot of money that they earn. Marketers, digital marketers and all. So it's a big deal for you to be able to communicate that product to your users. So this is why it is very important that you should be strategic about how your product will be introduced or be delivered to your target audience. So moving on. A go-to-market strategy is a comprehensive plan that outlines how a company will introduce a new product or service to the market and generate demand. So the ultimate goal is just for you to be able to achieve your market penetration, customer acquisition, and revenue growth. Like I said, it's a plan that outlines how your company wants to introduce your new products, existing one, to the market and generate a demand. So it involves you being able to identify the services, product or services unique value proposition. I believe they've explained that to you. And also communicating that value clearly and effectively to the target audience. I believe there are some terminologies I'll be using that is no longer new to us anymore because I mean we've learned a lot, so I don't have to just be explaining all of those things again because you all understand. So I don't know, my slide is give me a minute, please. Can everyone see my slide? All right, thank you. Okay, I guess everybody can see my slide now. Yeah, I was working on that. So, the next thing is, why do you think go-to-market is needed? I'm not going to show you this slide. So I want you to tell me why do you think we need to have a go-to-market plan? Why do you think we need it? Drop your reasons as a product manager that you are. Why do you think you have to have your go-to-market strategy? Can you drop it? Let me see if you have an idea of why it is needed. Do you think it's even needed for us to have a go-to-market strategy? Yeah, okay. Then tell me why. Understanding the target audience, their needs, and the competitive landscape. All right. Awareness creation, and it's also needed to introduce the products to the user. Nice one. Okay, so I'm not surprised because I know everybody on this call. You guys are excellent product managers. Yeah, so yeah, to get more buyers for your products, nice one. To get insight into customers and the market condition, amazing. To reach the targeted audience, I think somebody. Have you guys seen my slide? Because I don't understand because everybody just give you almost what I have on my slide. It's like you have access to my slide, I guess. Okay, because you won't want your product to become abandoned. Exactly. Philip, nice one. All right. So yeah, moving on. So we need our go-to-market plan to enable our businesses to clearly understand our target audience and how the product fits within the market. Also, to reduce your marketing expenses by pinpointing the most cost-effective promotional channels with the highest return on investment. I believe we all understand that. I don't start going into details about that because we've grown beyond who is a target audience. You know that already, right? Hey, pinpointing the most cost-effective promotional channels. I believe we all understand that in the sense that you need to identify what your users, what they want, your target audience wants, and how the product will be able to fit into that particular market that you're targeting. And if you have your go-to-market strategy in place, it will also reduce your marketing expenses so that you will not channel energy into the wrong, into the wrong channel, basically. So you channel it on the right users, right? That is going to generate the highest return on investments. So this is why it is very important that you have all of those things in place. You shouldn't be having that after all of these things as a PM. You ought to have made preparation for all of these things. So another thing is ghost market allows your businesses to refine their product positioning in the market and messaging ahead of launch. And it also helps you to define your logistics of distribution. How much do you need for you to be able to carry out? Because to be honest, even hiring a marketer is a whole lot of money, isn't it? So all of these things have to be, you have to put that into consideration when you are preparing your go-to-market strategy. So moving on. If I'm fast, please let me know. I can slow down a bit. Feel free to engage the channel, the comment section for whatever information you need to pass across. Also, it helps you to sharpen the clarity of the business's mission, and also it enables, the previous one was why. Why do we need go-to-market strategy? Why does it need to be created? So I've explained why. So now the next thing is, what are the benefits we have? Once you're able to prepare your go-to-market strategies, these are the benefits. Number one, you have clarity on your business mission. You have a direction, you have a roadmap, you have a target of what you're trying to achieve. You're not just assuming, and all of those things, but you already have a direction. So it gives you clarity, there's no confusion, right? Diane said, I hope I didn't miss much. I don't know. And another benefit is it enables a deeper understanding of the entire market landscape by carrying out your competitive research, your market research, to enable you to know what and what's that need to be added when you are preparing your go-to-market strategy. Like I always say that marketers, we are product managers, we are researchers. Like you are researchers, you don't have a choice. You have to be up and doing because you are wearing so many hats. So when you prepare your go-to-market strategy, it gives you clear understanding as what the market is saying about what you are trying to achieve. Yeah, good evening, Andrew. Yes, I'm following up with you on LinkedIn. I can see your updates. Keep the energy. I'm rooting for you. Yeah. So the next one is it helps you cut costs by identifying and utilizing the most effective marketing channel early. It also speed up your product launch process and enhances brand visibilities, as well as it expands opportunities for your business growth. So I believe that all of these things is something that we're expected to know before we even start thinking of launching your product. All of these things is needed. You can't see is like go to market is something you cannot skip. Yeah, you have to prepare your go to market strategies before you even think of launching your products. And that is why I said when I started this call that I can't just start explaining what product launch is. Before you need to understand what go to market strategy before you dive into your product launch plan. All right. So moving on. So we have difference between marketing strategies and go to market strategies. Some people, I think some, they are most times they are always thinking that marketing strategies and go to market strategy is the same thing, but it isn't. It's quite different. For marketing strategy is a long-term and ongoing, designed for a live product. You understand what that means? Your marketing strategy is not something that you just prepare right now and you just abandon it. So it's not for short term, but this one is long term and is ongoing that is defined for your even when the product has been launched, right? These are strategies that are set in place, right? For you to be able to, to convince your customers, right? So it's long term. It's something that you continue building and keep on working on it. But for go-to-market strategy, it is short term and it is specific to launching a new or improved product. Go-to-market strategy is something that you have a product that you want to launch, so you have to prepare that, develop your product, your go-to-market strategy. So for marketing strategy also, it aims to help the company to maintain its competitive advantage over the years. And that was why I said that a marketing strategy is not something that is short term, that is a long term thing compared to your go to market, right? So another difference between marketing strategy and go to market is that go to market strategy helps the company introduce the product effectively to the right market or audience. Why marketing strategy owned and executed by the entire marketing team. But for the go-to-market, it is driven primarily by the product marketing team. I hope you understand the difference now. But marketing strategy is entire marketing team. But for go-to-market is the product marketing team. And that's why I'm praying that if you want to get your first gig, hopefully you get it in a kind of company that they can afford to, to hire the right set of people. I mean, that you not have to like do the work of a digital marketer, do like 4 or 5 people job at the same time. But then if it happens, right, it also increase your level of experience. So we have organizations whereby you act as everything. Yeah, if you find yourself in a startup, for example, it might happen, but then don't be discouraged. You're just building, you're gathering experience. All right. So for marketing strategy, also the last thing on my list here is that it focuses on brand consistency and ensure the brand promises is achieved. And why goes market strategy focuses on clearly communicating a product vision to the target users. I hope you get that. So for your go-to-market strategy, right? It depends. Yeah, you can use template. There's a template for go-to-market strategy, right? So this is what I was able to just I had only one on this slide, but you can also do your own personal research, right? So this is one. This is a template here. You have your business objective here. What is your business objective? What are you trying to achieve? Are you trying to Is it for revenue or what? What exactly do you want to achieve? Are you trying to increase your numbers of customers retention or for revenue, depending on what your business objective is? So whatever products you are trying to work on, in your company, for example, you need to know what the business objective. What exactly are you trying to achieve? So you have to understand that so that you know where to channel your energy. So the next thing also that I have is your target market. Who are you targeting? Oh, I'm too fast. Okay, I like that. Let me slow down a bit. I'm already, imagine that I'm speaking to a professional PM already. Like, there's a way I'm looking at everybody on this call. I'm seeing everybody as like they're there already. But then I'll slow down. All right. So we have the business objective. And I mentioned that target market, I think I've explained that your target market, you highlight those ones as well. And who are your target customers? And what are the differentiated offerings? What are your unique proposition? What exactly is that thing that distinguish you from your competitors? What are your offerings? Like what are those things that differentiate your products? What are you doing differently? Right? And also what channels? How do you want to communicate it? What channels do you want to use? Are you using Facebook, LinkedIn? Like, what are the channels that you want to, set in place? And what are your marketing strategy as well? You should have a marketing strategy, right? What's the flow like? Is it that the first thing you're going to do is okay, you will maybe you start by running ads, something like that. Or what do you want to do? Is it by sending newsletter to them? Like all of those things is something that you have to sit down, right, and decide. It's not something that you can just rush and go to. It's not something that you can just rush to chat GBT. Do you understand? How can you satisfy your customers? You get feedback from them now. The only way you can satisfy them is by conducting a research, knowing what they want. Do you understand? You need to know what they want. And how do you know what they want? Conducting a research. And after you've even introduced the goods to your audience, that's why you still have to what? Get feedback from them. And that is why we encourage everyone that they should use agile methodology when you are working on any products. I hope that answers your question. So moving on, what are the key metrics? Exactly, customer insights. So, what are the key metrics, right, that will enable you to know if you are actually succeeding, right? How do you determine success? What are the metrics that you set in place for your users? Is it by the numbers of people that download your app? Is it by the numbers of people that purchase your products? Do you understand? So, is it numbers of acquisition, retention, all of those things? You have to be able to itemize them. How do you want to know? For example, now who can tell me for example, YouTube now, how do you think they're able to, what metrics do you think YouTube has, what metrics do you think YouTube are using for them to know if they are succeeding or not? How do they generate success? Hmm? What metrics? By likes? Are you sure? Subscribers? By what? By the numbers of likes? By numbers of viewers? Okay. The numbers of watch hours. Can you see? So it depends on what you are using as a metrics. Customers rating. I said I'm talking to my senior PM. Maybe we should just end the class for tonight. What do you think, guys? Should we end the class for tonight? Because I'm actually talking to my senior PM. Time spent on the app, daily users. Should we end the class? I want someone to give me feedback. Should we just end the class now? I want responses, please. Should we? Let's look at the feedback I'm getting. Like, yes, now, like, I love what I'm saying. Exactly, Olayinka. Oh, Olayinka, good to see you again. Yeah, no, okay. All right. So it depends. It depends on your metrics. Okay, for example, now let's say Facebook, for example. What metrics do you think it's been used to? Yeah, I'm just kidding. Don't worry, I'm still here. So, what metrics do you think Facebook is being used to identify whether they are succeeding or not? For Facebook, or should we say WhatsApp? WhatsApp, Facebook. Okay, let's talk about Facebook. Click daily active users. Okay. Traffic. Nice one. Okay. Sign up. Engagement. Okay. The numbers of the consumers or users. The numbers of posts. All right. Updates. Engagements. Reels and stories. So there are so many metrics that can be used. Traffic, daily active engagements. Can you see? So what searches in engagement? Senior PM Chinwe, senior senior PM Opara, Precious. Some of us are still finding out if it's no, I'm not going to take that. Some these responses I'm getting on the channel, I have senior PM on this because they are just here to refresh their memory, I guess. All right, so I'm glad that everybody understand what key metrics, what that is talking about. So when you are preparing your go-to-market strategy, so it's also expected that you had your key success metrics as well as your key success factors on your go-to-market documents when you are working on that. So there are lots of templates online that you can use for it, or you can also create yours using product management tools to also work on your go-to-market strategies. All right. So moving on. So what are the key principles of marketing strategies? We have specialization, we have market segmentation, we have differentiation, and we have concentration. So what is specialization? Specialization means that you can't be everything to everyone. If you are trying to please all, you end up not being accepted by anyone, basically. So for you, success comes from specialization when you focus on a specific technology, a defined customer segment, and a particular service offering. and also a targeted product line. Like I always tell people, right? Even you as a person, let me even use as an individual, for example. Let's not even talk about products now. Yes, I know that we're on this call. We are talking about product management, but then let's even come back home. Let's talk to ourselves. Even you as an individual, you are not for everybody, right? You have some set of people that you target that you want to be engaged with. You're not meant for everybody. Everybody cannot have your attention. Do you understand? And I believe that as you are transitioning, yeah, I believe everybody's still transitioning, isn't it? If you have some targeted people that you want to roll with, everybody cannot be your friend. You have to associate with people that you have the same like minds, people that will encourage you, people that understand what you are going through, people that can reason, right? But if you are keeping everybody as friends, you might be distracted. So you have to be focused. So that is why in whatever you are doing, you have to be specialized on a particular thing. Okay, this is who you are, and this is who you are targeting to be with. So even as a product manager, I understand that for now you are still a general PM, right? You've not chosen a niche for yourself because you still have to have like a basic understanding of what product management is. You need to learn as much as you can. But as soon as that is done, you can now say, okay, as a PM, I don't want to be a general PM. I don't want to be a general PM. Maybe you want to be a growth manager, you want to be a technical PM, you want to be a general PM, you want to be a maybe an AI product manager, or you want to be an API product manager, whatever you want to become, you can become anything you want to be. Well, it's best that you have the foundation of what these guys are doing. Then you can now decide, okay, this is what I want to focus on. And when you focus on that particular thing, you get like try as much as possible to be very, very good and so that you be identified with that particular thing. So let's go back to marketing strategy, go to market. So you can't be everything to everyone. So you have to focus, you have to like focus your product on a particular um segment, right? It could be a specified technology or a defined customer segment. You have to segment your users, right? Okay, these are the people we are targeting, right? You cannot be targeting everybody. You said, am I the only person not hearing the sound? Please confirm. Can everybody hear me? Question one. Can everybody hear me? Can everyone hear me? Yes. So I think, okay, you can hear me. So somebody said, I think Jav, I guess you need to restart your device so that everybody can hear me. All right, thank you. So let's move on. So you need to focus on a particular customer segment and a particular service offering. And also you need to also have a targeted product line. What exactly what we are targeting, what is your service, what are you offering, right? Focus on it and be very, very good. Let it meet the needs of your users and also target the right set of people. So that is what it is. So one of the principles of marketing strategy is what specialization. You have to, everybody knows that okay, this is what OP does, this is what um Piggyvest does, and etc. etc. So you have to be focused on a particular thing. Links, for example, we know that their target audience is professionals. We, right? You understand? TikTok also, we all know that who their target audience is. You all know who they target, right? Instagram, Facebook, they all have their specialty. Really? Yes. So it is not for everybody. iPhone, they have their target audience. And Android, they have their target audience. So whatever products that you're working on, know who you're targeting, segment your users. I hope you can all hear me. All right. So differentiation also is talking about what core values define your business. What are your values? What are your missions? What are your visions? What are the core values of what you're trying to do. What makes your value proposition stand out from your competitors? What is that unique? Why do I want to spend my money on your products? Because normally customers are not happy to give out their money. Even you as an individual, you cannot just give out your cash for just without having to know what you want to benefit, right? So they need to know what they are buying. So what is that unique benefit that will trigger them, right? That will want them to want to patronize you. So all of these things are things that you need to consider when you are working on your go-to-market strategy. All right, moving on. We have segmentation. So you can just look at what we have here. Can somebody just explain what do you understand by this diagram that you have here? Can somebody just explain what do you understand by this picture you are seeing here? We have some set of people here. And why on the other side we have some segmented people, and we also have some people here that they are grouped together. Can somebody just explain this diagram for me? I'm waiting. Dividing into groups. Why are they divided into groups? All the market is not for you. Okay. Differentiate your real users from the public. Okay. Segmentation and targeting. Okay. Target users. It explains targeted audience and market. Beautiful. Selected group of people for different products. I said it. I have my senior PM on this call. Senior PMs. I like that. This for you. Thumbs up to everybody. You make sense. You make sense. Yeah. So you're still talking about one having a targeted audience. It is more like special specification. Exactly. Yeah. So this is just simply telling us that it cannot be for everybody. So, and how do you know all of these things? Is by you what carrying out the research. You know, I'm emphasizing on research, 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 research. When you get to the system, when you start working, right, you understand what I'm trying to say. You need to, you know, be familiar with research. You can't carry it like there's something they used to call cannot even carry it over. Like it's something that you have to do. I mean, I believe in raw feedback. When I'm having face-to-face interaction with my users, that's when I get raw information. Because sometimes some people will just try some certain things, and they might not even be honest. Sometimes, but I'm not saying it isn't. But then I still love to get my face-to-face feedback so that I can read you. I can see the like, can read your emotions and say, okay, okay, as a PM, you're also a psychologist, right? So even from the way you are talking, I can even say one or few things about that user. Sure, instant. So these are skills that we need to get as well. So they said it is more effective to capture the attention of a focus group than to appeal to a broad audience. So when you segment your target market into your specific niche, businesses can strategically target and serve one niche at a time. Don't do too many things. Like somebody reached out to me that she wants to learn a particular thing and she also wants to learn PM. I'm not against you learning that, but then the truth is if you are trying to learn so many things at the same time, you just become a master of none. But then if you think you have the capacity to do so many things, so be it. God bless you. But I believe that if you really want to be great in that particular aspect of it, you just have to know it in such a way that you can't be replaced. Do you understand? That's why you have to, have a niche. Do you understand? Exactly. All right. So the next thing is, which is the last one, concentration. Once you are determined, you are able to identify your market segment for what you do really well, then you can focus all your energies, all your resources, your budget, your time on acquiring the customers from this market, and you have the ability to what, to retain them. Once you're able to segment your user, differentiate your users, and you can also what, you concentrate on it. It's just like your product management that you've decided to become. You said you want to be PM, right? You want to be product manager. And you're doing all you could here on this call, you're making your own research, you're reaching out to mentors, you're attending classes, you're focused. So you've concentrated all your resources in becoming a successful PM. So it also goes on also to products as well. So you should be able to also do what is expected of you as a product manager to avoid premium tiers at the end of your efforts. Because it's not the effort though, it's the results that matters. Yeah. So effort is also important, but then it is results that will actually show the efforts that you've put in place. Yeah. So moving on. So go to market. You need to identify your target market, choose your sales and distribution channels, define your pricing strategy, craft your promotional strategy as well. Choose your sales and distribution channels, and should also set metrics and monitor performance channel. As a PM, documentation is one of, it's something that you cannot even avoid. Yeah, documentation. How can we get the slide for all these classes we've had so far? I believe that you have all the slide, or better so you can reach out to the management because they have access to all the slides. So yeah. So you need to you need to identify all of those things for you to be able to set all of these things in place for you to have a successful go-to-market strategy. All right. So moving on. So how do you identify your target market? You need to define your business segment. Is it a B2B product? Is it B2C? Business to consumer? Is it business to business? Is it business to business to consumer? Or is it P2P, peer to peer? So all of these things, you need to have an understanding of it. Everything like this. If you have to make research, make your research. If you need to read books, read books. If you need to reach out to senior PM, reach out to them. But one thing I know is that once you're able to work on a product and you're successful at it, you're good to go. Yeah, you're good to go. You just templates, but they'll be a little bit different because you're not. It's not gonna be if you're not working. You can't be working on the same product. Maybe a fintech product today, educational products, edutech, fintech, agri-tech, like so many. But then it's still the same pattern, kind of. Just a little bit of just be changing some settings, but still the same approach. Conduct your research, write your PRD, and follow up and all of those things. But then you need to be grounded on your documentation. You have to be very, very good with it. So for you to identify peer to peer, so for you to identify your target audience, so you need to be able to what? You need to be able to define your business segments. So peer to peer is like your a kind of transactions or interactions that happen directly between individuals. I hope you understand. So money transfer, from one individual to another user, kind of. So maybe you purchase something online and you're trying to make payments to your users online. You bought something and you're trying to pay person you got the good from. All right. So will you also you should also be able to use your demographic, your psychographic, or other types of segmentation to define your target market. So, what are the pain points of your target market? All of these things is something that you'll be able to identify, right? What problems are you solving with your products? So, all of those things are the things that will enable you to identify your target audience. I don't know if anybody has any question for me. Anyone? All right, so let's proceed. So, next slide. So, clarify your value proposition. So, what pain points does your products? What pain points does your product remedy? What pain point does your product remedy like this? What is the pain point that you are trying to solve? What problem are you trying to solve? So you have to clarify your value proposition, because the truth is you can't be assuming things and all of those things, right? So you cannot be assuming things. You simply have to be able to clarify all of these things before you start working on you developing your products, your go-to-market strategy rather. Okay, please, we need the slide instead of. Please, you don't understand what B2B, business to business now. Microsoft, for example, is business to business. That is transactions that involve an organization to another organization. Please, we need the slides instead of downloading videos. We get the slides. You get the slide. Like all this API, for example, now, if you want to probably a company, you want to integrate an API into your system, for example, you need to reach out to them directly, isn't it? From one organization to another. That's B2B, business to business. It is between businesses to another business. It's not from businesses to consumer. Do you understand? Exactly. MTN and DDP. Okay. So business to consumers, from the business to the consumer, you can examples of B2B and B2C. I think have we not been taught what's it called? Business models. Have you guys been taught business models? I want response on the channel. Have you guys been taught what business model is? What is business model? Have you been taught? Because if you don't have an understanding of what business model is, it's very difficult for you to be able to understand what B2B, B2C to C, B2B to C, P2P, and all of that. B2B is business to business, B2C is business to consumers, and P2P is peer to peer. And B2B to C is business from one business to another business from then to consumer. Yes, we have, exactly. I guess these people they didn't attend class. No ma. Somebody say no ma. Somebody say yes ma. Somebody say we have. Exactly. All right. So moving on. So the next thing I mentioned how many now? Yes. Okay. I said the first thing you need to do, you need to identify your target market. I've explained that last week exactly. So you can just go back to your slide and read and get more details about it. Also, the next one is clarify your value proposition. I've explained that. Then moving on, define your pricing strategy. So somebody said I cannot remember. Okay. Olani, minus 2 marks from your assessment. You cannot remember. Okay. All right. It was even 2 weeks ago with the second fast. You need to hold Olani, you need to add Eze. Sorry if I don't pronounce your name very well, please. Let me just say Eze. You need to follow Eze on LinkedIn and make Eze your accountability partner because I think you need her help. For those of you that cannot remember what you were taught last week, you need to know. I've told you that you have to segment your friends as well. So know who you are going to reach out to, right? That can help you. You know, there are some certain things you don't have clarity on. Just reach out to the right people and have friends that you can always communicate with after class. And if there's something you still don't understand too, you can also discuss it among yourself. Or probably you can send a DM to me on LinkedIn. I'll definitely reply when I'm online. Uh-uh. Why? The only slide you have now is the one you sent to us. You should have one slide. I think don't worry, I'm going to speak on your behalf to the management. They should forward all the slides to you so that you can read them and also make your own personal research on all of those things that you've been taught. Yeah, so moving on. So you need to define your pricing strategy. So how much does it cost to manufacture your product or service? And two, what price do you need to meet up in order to make a profit? And three, how much do your competitors charge for a similar product or service? What is your target marketing? What is your target marketing willing to pay for your product? Will they use subscription? Was that going to be transactional? Is it going to be pay as you earn? Is it going to be maybe on subscription model? All of those things you have to decide on it before you even think of developing your go-to-market strategy. You need to also pricing is how much you charge your products. So when your pricing strategy is how you determine which amount is best to place as price on your products. So these are reasons why you have also need to come up with your go-to-market strategy. All these things are on this slide. They are things that it is expected that you carry out. So what was it? Pricing too is one thing that you also need to be intentional about, right? Your pricing model. I don't know if they've explained that to us, but then you need to know the kind of pricing model that you'll be using when you are working on your go-to-market strategy. All right. So in terms of pricing strategy, you should portray value, right? The kind of products you are developing must be something that's and it should be valuable. And your price should be something that if you even place a particular value on a particular product, your customers will want to like exchange their money for your products. Do you understand? So when you're putting a particular price on a particular product, you also have to consider that product that you are consuming, is this something that they want to pay for? You understand? So you also have to put that into consideration. There are some products that, regardless of how much it is, some people are willing to pay because they understand the importance of your products, they've experienced your products, and they're ready to give in. Can you mention some of those products that even if they call that product a particular amount, they are ready to pay for it? Can you list some of those products? I'm waiting. Peak milk. Even if, are you sure it's peak milk? Okay, peak milk. What other products that regardless of the amount? Google Drive storage. That's tech, bro. Tech bro, iPhone, Hollandia milk. I didn't okay. I don't have any slide. See about the slide, I'm going to communicate that to the man in it. You definitely get that. Chat GPT plus. Okay. iPhone, soft drink, custard. All this is are snippets. They are still small things like this. All this there are things anyway, there are things that these are things that we need to use on a daily basis. So I understand why you can buy it because it's something that you need every day. Data, like me, like this, I'm ready to pay any amount for data. In fact, sometimes I prioritize, not even sometimes, I prioritize data over food. Just give me data, I'm good to go. Data and there's light, 24 hours light, and there's data on my phone. I'm good to go. Yeah, toothpaste, water, date, and all of that. Okay, berry blast. So that's just it. So whatever price you're placing on an item, it should be it should portray value. Sanitary pad. Yeah, sure. Those are things that regardless of the amounts, we have to buy them. Yeah. 3 crown evaporated. Okay. Electricity, a bahap. Fortune, a bahap. I can relate what you're saying. Data, MTN data subscription. You see that data? That data is something that we can't do without data basically. So MTN data subscription, noodles. Okay, noodles. I mean, it's just data and lights. Yeah. Bola Tito, you're not alone. What's Bola Tito's comments? Let me see. Of course, now I'm not going to mention that, but of course, we all know that Bola Tito, yes. You guys of the amounts, we have to purchase those items. Faith, Matthew, medicine. Yeah, those are things that are very essential that we just have. It's something you cannot carry. No, this is product management class, not data class. Amaka, rise. That's you. For me, it's data and lights. Food. Even there are days that sometimes I even forget. I might not even remember that I've not eaten. I remember was it yesterday or day before yesterday or something like that. I didn't even remember I've not eaten. It was when I was hearing some strange noise. I was like my tummy was making some noise. I was like, BC, you've not eaten today. Oh." I just have to like stand up and grab something to eat. When there's data, when there's light, I'm good. Okay now. Sound sleep. Sound sleep. They used to buy sound sleep. I don't understand. See Miss I don't understand what sound sleep. How? Are you sure you're in this class? Or you need to explain what you mean anyway. If you can buttress that, maybe I can understand better. All right. So another thing is I think we should embark on a short break. I All right, welcome back, everyone. Yeah, so one of the winning pricing strategies that we are expected to have is you should be able to convince your customers to buy your products. That's the kind of pricing that you place on your products that your customers will want to pay for. So another winning pricing strategy that you should be aware of is to be able to place the kind of price on your products that is going to give your customers confidence in your products. Though there are even some products that no matter how cheap the product is, they will not buy it. I don't know if you've experienced such products, but there are some products that I'm not going to mention any products. That regardless of how much that product is, they cannot buy it. So I don't know if you have an experience with such products. If you have, you can drop them. Let's see if you have any experience with such product that even if it's cheap, you'll not buy. So your product should, instead of focusing on the pricing, focus on your product in such a way that regardless of the pricing, people will be your customers or your target audience will be confident to patronize you. Does it mean that when a product is too cheap, it makes customers not to have confidence in it? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that you should develop a kind of product that your users will be confident to buy them. You can even place a cheaper amount on your products. And maybe because of the experience they have with your products, they will not buy them. So, but then that is why you need to also conduct research. There are some products that if you are trying to work on them, one of the questions you ask when you are preparing your interview question is you might just ask them that, like, how much. You might not give them a specific amount. You can just say you can give them like a range for them to choose. Olayinka, I don't understand what you're saying. What do you mean that you cannot buy that product? What happened to that product that you cannot buy? That you cannot buy it. What happened? So what I'm saying is, um, try as much as possible to make sure that your product is good enough for your users to be able to purchase them regardless of the price. So focus on the authenticity of your products. Don't just be money, 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 and all of those things. But if they get what they want, of course. But then also in terms of pricing too, don't overshoot yourself on the leg. So conduct your research. Ask them when you are conducting your research. Ask their questions. Give them range between so amount to so amount. How much would you like to pay for these products? By the time you analyze all the results you got from your users, you have a range as to what they're expecting or from you. Do you understand? So don't just sit down in your room and be doing research online and all of those things. So do your own assignments. So that's it. Another thing is be tailored to your niche market. I think I explained that. So I don't understand what people are saying on this chat box. They are saying you cannot get some products, regardless of how cheap that is. Additional, I won't take that. What happened to that product? You cannot get it regardless of how cheap that is. I won't take that. Mm-mm, that's not true. What happened? That product is not bad. Another person said, I'm using this. I'm not going to mention that anyways. I've been using that product over the years and I'll choose them over anytime, any day. Me, I'm not going to mention any product on this call. What I'm just saying is that as a product manager, focus on quality. So when they experience your products, right, they will definitely purchase them regardless. But then let your pricing be something that is not too much, and then do your research and know what your customers are expecting. So, how do you create your winning pricing strategy? In terms of your pricing, you need to find your value matrix. I think I've explained that. And you need to set your ideal customers profile and segment. And also, you also need to complete your user research plus experimentation. Okay. All the comments I'm getting on this chat, but I'll just have like I did not see them. Because why on earth would you tell me that you cannot purchase this product even if it's cheap? Why? This is not fair. Ah, this is not fair, really. But then you have your reasons. You have your reason. Yeah. So I hope we are learning. So these are some of the pricing strategies we have, and this one I'm explaining that before you even start working on your go-to-market strategies, you have to do your research. Do you understand? Very, very important. What pricing model do you want to adopt? Is it scheme pricing? Is it economic pricing model? Is it penetration? Is it value based? Is it bundle pricing, competitive, or dynamic pricing? So all of these things are things that it is expected for you to be able to like carry out your research before you even think of even working on your go-to-market strategy. So let's look at, for example, now if you're talking about competitive pricing model, right? This is where you are trying to like you're using your competitors as a yardstick for you to decide on your pricing model. So because so product is being sold for a particular amount, so you now decide to like also what's it called? Because of the price they are placing on their products, you also want to use that without even considering the expenses, your own expenses and everything. You didn't even consider all of those things that was put in place. But because so product selling for 1 naira, then you're also going to like sell for 1 naira. So all of these things you just have to consider them before you start placing any price on your products. So we also have skimming pricing, and this is when companies decide to like increase their prices for their products for them to be able to like get their target audience. You know, there are some products that regardless of how much it is, they're ready to buy them. I know I've mentioned this before. Because what list out some of those products that the price is always high. Yes, price for that product is always high. Can you mention some of those products? Can one use more than one pricing strategy to checkmate others in the market? Can you use more than one pricing strategy at a time? That question. More than one pricing. Are you not going to confuse your users? Won't you add confused to them? The thing is, you can just focus on a particular pricing modules so that you won't, you need to, there's something they call trust. It's not that one person will buy it somewhere. Although we understand that in Nigerian system, we don't have this pricing, and there's no way we can, to confirm if some people are not increasing the prices of items. There is no rule or that is set in place that all goods should be sold at a particular amount. But then for your products, you should have a uniform price for a particular product you are selling. Not that today you are using this pricing model, but it depends on the level, your life cycle of your product. Pricing control, yeah, thank you, Mr. Slim. Do you understand? So you should have a pricing model for your product. For skimming, at first it's going to go up, then later on you'll now decide to bring it down. That's for skimming pricing. There are so many items like that. hmm Exactly. So we have penetration. That one, they will reduce the price just for them to attract their users. Have you ever experienced such product that you at first you got the product, all of a sudden like this, boom, they just increase the price again for penetration. what product did I even buy that was very cheap when it came out? And now it's very expensive. One product that is very I don't want to mention any product anyways, but you can mention those products. You can just drop them on the channel that you bought that was very cheap. Okay. Me, I'll just be reading the comments. Anyways. Okay, what method is you said Dangote Refinery is currently using that method. What method? Is it penetration, skimming? Okay. Okay. Mr. Slim. People should, for those of you that are looking for an accountability partner, you need to pay attention to the comment section. Know who your friends are. Okay, I get that. And know the people that you'll be attaching yourself with because we have some senior PM on this call. Okay, do those also. iPhone. iPhone is using penetration method. Okay, when it came out, wow. Was Oraimo ever cheap? Was Oraimo ever cheap? But then you understand that things were not that expensive then compared to now that things is a bit is on the high side, kind of Uber, Bitcoin. I don't know. I'm not it. Anyway, in drive. Okay. So these are guys that they use penetration. They wanted to penetrate into the markets. They wanted to like get their target audience. So nobody can help with that. That's it. I think you get that. All right. I'm glad that you all understand what this is. I also have another pricing model, the economy one that's it's fluctuating as the economy is moving forward. The prices of the good is moving forward. Can somebody give me an example of a good that has an effect on the economy? Can somebody tell me what products have you experienced that? What product have you experienced that as the economy is moving, right? Then the pricing also is increasing. Can somebody petrol. Hmm. Okay. Petrol. Can somebody else also give me one? Petrol. You know, everybody just shouting fuel, bank shares, crude oil, exchange rates. I actually had exchange rates on my mind. I wasn't even thinking about petrol, rice. Okay, cement. I heard cement is very expensive now. Exchange rates. Well, woman supplement. I don't know about that supplement. I don't even know how much they said those items. Flight ticket. Dollar. Band A. I don't understand. Who says band A? But that's it so. Okay. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything about that, honestly. Clothing materials. Economy pricing. Okay. Okay. All right. Spaghetti. Which one is a bad? Jennifer, are you sure? I don't understand. It's not everybody that is in this class. Food stuff in general is expensive. Okay. I think, okay, cars. All right. I'm glad that at least everybody knows what a pricing strategy is. So if you are working on any products, you should be able to itemize, or you should be able to like define your pricing model, your pricing strategy before you start even working on your go-to-market, your business model, your all of those things. Is it B2B, B2C, P2P, is it B2B to C? All those things you have to put that into consideration because those are the things that will help you channel your go-to-market strategy plan. Yeah. Honestly, the kind of feedback I'm getting on these comments, I'm just smiling here. Honestly, let me just, I want like I didn't see those comments. So we have another one that is bundling pricing. Bundling pricing is the kind of pricing models that this is for the ladies. That if you want to buy a particular item, maybe they will ask you to buy three, and there will be discount or something like that. You can buy three items. When you buy three like that, then there will be discount. So you might decide to say, okay, oh, for your products, it could be bundling pricing. Do you understand? So that's also another pricing model. You can buy three in one bag for ladies. You know, there are some bags that if they are selling one like this, the price will be high. But if you are buying the cross bag, you are buying the purse, you are buying the three in one, they might decide to they might decide to reduce it for you. And I think there are some that maybe there is a shirt, they might add, I don't know, but you know what those items that you buy as a woman, guys too, they buy them as well. But by the time they sum those items, they will reduce it for you because they are bundled together. Do you understand? Those products are added together, kind of. Yeah. Exchange rate is not a product now. Exchange rate is not a product. Buy bag and get small purse. Skincare products, e.g. Dang, Pont. Can we have a combination of two or more pricing model? I don't think it's ideal. Yeah, because I feel like it's going to, it's. I don't think it's a good thing to do. You are going to confuse your users basically, right? So if you want to go for um subscription model, you can also use that. You can also use that as well. So for example, like all these applications like that, they're using subscription model, freemium, and we have premium. So premium, they'll give you like a limited features for you to have access to them. At some point, they'll ask you to subscribe to get full features. So I don't think it's a good idea for you to mesh two pricing model. You can just focus on one pricing model. Yeah. Weeks. The day used to add weeks together and they reduce the price. Are they bundled products? Are they the same product? Anyway, it's possible. But then, all right. So yeah, so that's just it about it. We have dynamics as well. Dynamics, when something is dynamics, like it's not stable, right? Maybe today you got the item, maybe because there's probably an increase in the prices of the goods and services and something like that. So there's need for you to increase the price again. So it's not stable. And I don't think it's a good pricing model, right? But then we have goods like that when you buy them today, maybe 10 naira, it gets to the market tomorrow, they can tell you that it's 15 naira for some sort of reasons. So yeah, so you just have to be very intentional, right? And do what is expected of you, right? And pick the right pricing model that will resonate with your users. And that is why you need to conduct your research properly to know which of those pricing model is appropriate for your users. So you also need to craft your promotion strategies. What is the best channel to reach your target audience? Is it offline? Is it online? There are some products that it is offline that you do your what's it called? You conduct you run your ads that you advertise your goods. Let's think of products. What are the products that they are you can only you are selling them offline? Like you get more engagement offline than online. What do you have an example of such products? What is the best channel to reach your target audience? Mention some of those products that you feel like the best channel for those products to get to the area is offline mode. What products? For example, what products? Can we say Gary is one product that's the best way you can get them to your user is offline? For I'm just thinking aloud. Can you mention one product that's offline is the best? They don't even used to advertise Gary because I don't think I've ever seen the advertisement online. They don't advertise it and they're making sales. I don't know how they do it, but they don't. I've never had an encounter with an advert online that says come and buy Gary or buy this and that. Okay, food stuff because these are things that we use on a daily basis. Exactly. And that's why most times if you want to buy Gary, some of them will say, let me taste this Gary, or if this Gary is sweet, or if this Gary is this, and all of those things. All those things, you can't even do it online. I don't know if people still do it, that they'll go to the market and they'll be Trying to be tasting it, you know. Our ladies, I think there's another product too that if you get to the market, you want to feel the product before you purchase them. What product is that? What product? What other product? Eba, okay, herbal mixtures, but okay, offline. Construction materials, offline. Okay, that's these are products that it has to be done offline, like for you to get massive patronage for them. Clothes, you can buy clothes online now. You can order for your products for clothes online, and you can do your advertisement online. But there's means exactly all those products. I don't see them online. So fruits, I don't see fruits, but I used to see they will ask you if you want to do smoothie, you can order this, you can do that. But the real fruit itself, I don't think there's an online ad for those items. Yeah, household utensils. I don't see that also. Eggs. I think basically all food items. They don't do advertisement for it. They don't do advertisement for food item, basically. Perishables item, yeah. So you see, senior PMs. I like that. God forbid, I don't want to read the other one I saw. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Provisions. Yeah, I got your comments. Eggs. You're right. Yes. So I like the fact that everybody on this call we are intelligent PMs. Yeah, please throw more light. Veils, veil. I don't know what veil is. Services, products. Akube. They used to do Akube this thing. There's like a link on Instagram, and the person is going to say, um, I think it was put a particular price on it, depending on the grades of those Akubes. I think, but I've not really. I used to see the ads online, but then it's not trips online. Of course, they used to do it online. It's possible. They used to do that. I used to see it online. Yeah, fairly use. Yes, I used to see that online too. Google, they don't use that, and that's true. Google don't do advertisements. Yeah, they don't do advertisements. Okay, beans cake, beans cake. They don't do that. They don't do that. I don't see the advertisement. I mean, they don't do that. Building materials, no. Hospital equipment. Okay. They don't advertise that also. Okay, granules, perfume. I know now. I used to see adverts on those ones too. I think somebody asked a question. Somebody asked a question. I think I saw the question here. Did I think there's a question. Please, if you have I think a question came in, but I can't find that question again. Please, you can drop your question again so I can address it. Yeah, nice one. I don't know what people are typing in. Let me just add like I did not see that part. Please, if you have any question, please drop it. I saw your question, but it's moving very fast. So okay, so what is the best channel to reach your target audience, online or offline? So all of those things you have to consider then when you are writing your go-to-market strategy. Does your customer respond better to your to how to Apola Shadi, I didn't see that, so I'm not going to read it. Does your customer respond better to outbound marketing, such as phone calls or radio advertisements, or inbound marketing effort like like search engine, right? That's SEO, search engine optimization. So all of these things you have to be able to research about them. Okay, value based. No, for value based pricing strategy, that one is simply talking about where the price of a product is based on a perceived value that it provides to the customers. Do you understand? So the price actually focuses on the determined price that the customers are willing to pay for that specific benefits or advantages for that particular product. So that is what a value-based pricing is. So basically, it's focused on what they do is they just focus on they determine the price that the customers is willing to pay for that particular benefit that they are expecting on that product. Sure, you understand? Like that depend on their persona. I like that. I told you that we have senior PM on this call. If you know you need an accountability partner, please search for Olayinka on LinkedIn and add Olayinka as your accountability partner. I think she's a senior PM. So I hope that answers your question. So moving on. I hope I'm not too fast. All right. So the next one is for you to craft your promotion strategy, you need to know where your target audience spend most of their time. What marketing channels penetrate that space? Are the set of people you are targeting, do they spend much time on Facebook? Do they spend much time on LinkedIn? Do they spend much time on Instagram? Do they spend much time on X? Like me now, I'm always on LinkedIn. So if you are, do you understand? So it depends on the product they are trying to work on. So you need to know how you can get your target audience, how you can penetrate the market. So how do you know all of these things? Through research. I think I think it depends on the products that you're working on. You know, there are some products that, and that is where your competitive analysis comes in. I'm talking to the message. You're asking that should your government policy be be an issue when you're crafting promotion strategy. You know, there are some products that you're trying to work on that what you have to do is first of all, you also need to conduct your SWOT analysis of that product to know if it is in alignment with the what's it called, with the environment that you are in. Because there are some products that you need to work on that it is not accepted in Nigeria, maybe, right? So this is why you need to conduct your own research. So if the government are against a particular thing, you should know that you cannot do it if the government is against it. So how do you want to know? You have to carry out the research. When you are crafting your promotion strategies, I don't think there is a problem. So basically, it's just how you want to carry out your how you want to run your ads, how you want to get your products across to your users. So I don't think there's any policy at the moment that is against all of those things, but I don't think there is. But if there is, you have to listen and you need to comply with what the government wants. If there's a policy that is against the kind of product strategy they are trying to work on, so you have to oblige. Exactly. I hope that answers your question. So, what marketing method can you realistically implement considering your current budget? So all of those things you have to set them in place too. So as a product manager, documentation is like it's something that you cannot avoid. It's not something that you can dodge. Documentation is very key. It's very important. You have to do your research and all of those things have to be in place for your go-to-market strategy. So there's a template that you have to follow. You can also do more research as well. Depending on whatever template you want to use, you can create a template for yourself. In as much that all of these things that are listed here, you've gotten an answer. Then you can know how you can channel your energy on those particular niche that you're trying to work on, right? Based on the feedback that you've gotten from your users. So choose your sales and distribution channel. What is the nature of your product? And does it have any specific sales and distribution requirements? What are the manufacturing needs of your products? And how does that impact your sales and distribution? Where does your target market shop? Where do they buy their products? Are they online users? Are they offline? How can you make the sale of your product seamless as possible? It's not that the order for goods, they are trying to sign up on your application and it's taking forever. It's taking 10 minutes for it to load. The loading period is discouraging. And that's why so many people will try to sign up on a particular application. By the time they input their email, they're expecting OTP. It takes forever for them to get their OTP. They will end it. To just go and they'll look for another application. They don't have time because there are a lot of competitors for that same product that you're trying to work on. So all of these things are things that you have to also consider. And how will you be able to achieve all of these things? Through research. So you also need to set metrics. I think I've explained that as well. That the success of your go-to-market strategy depends entirely on the goals that you set. By setting a clear goals, you are also defining the key metrics that will help you measure your success. So for your go-to-market methodologies, we have the funnel and we have the flywheel as well, depending on the go-to-market strategy that you want to use. So for the flywheel methodology, it's focused on what attracting and engaging and delighting your prospects, your leads, and your customers. So you're having an engagement directly with your users by doing what? By doing things that delights your users. So as it grows, then the wheel will be growing, it will be moving. You know what wheel is, you know how it looks like. So it will just be rolling and rolling, it will be growing. From them, they come as a strangers. By the time you've engaged them, you have an interaction with them, they become your prospects, right? From there, it moves to engagement. Then you can see the wheel as it's moving, the lights attracting them and engage them. So you have like a personalized engagement with them. Help you understand. So if you are talking about this funnel, for example, once they make purchase, it ends. So for marketing funnel, for example, let me explain the funnel. For a funnel, it mirrors. We all know what a funnel is, Abby. Well, I'm sure that everybody knows what a funnel is. Funnel is like something that you put something inside that funnel for it to penetrate, isn't it? I think that is what the funnel is now. So it enables you to for a particular thing for it to be able to pass very easily. So that is what a funnel is. So now we are saying marketing funnel, right? The first thing is what attention, isn't it? Attention in the sense that it first of all, this is when your users they are beginning to, they are what's the word? When they are getting awareness about your product, it might be through ads online. Maybe they see it online through advertisements or maybe newsletter. They shall have an encounter with your products. So your marketing funnel is how do you want to gain the attention of your users, right? Publicity, thank you. So how do you want to gain attention of your users? So how do you want to create the awareness to them? That when they have an encounter at first, they might just see it for the first time and they'll just carry their face like, right? They won't really be dig it. So and the next thing is interest. So once you're able to get their attention, They will now be developing interest bit by bit. Okay, they want to know more about the product. From there, they desire to purchase the item, and once they desire to, then they are ready to make purchase. So that is what a marketing funnel looks like. The first thing is creating awareness through ads or whatever channel that you want to use in getting them, right? And that the only reason why the only way you can figure this out is through research, because you need to know where they are always, like, where do they spend their time online. So you should be able to get their attention. And after that, that is why sometimes you will see some product online. I don't know how they used to, like, there's a particular there's a way they trace your activities online. You might see something for the first time, you just view it for a few seconds, you just carry face. Another time again, you see it again. Another time you see it again. All this is not magical. It isn't magic at all, because they have your data already. Once you just accept cookies like this, once you just click, like, just know that they are actually tracking everything you're doing. So many times I'm seeing repeated adverts on my page, like, do you get, they're just trying to get your attention. And once you've seen I'm not going to say anything, but as it though, I don't know about that. I don't understand. Oh God, what am missing on you? Yeah, do you understand? So once they have your attention, okay, then you have this much more interest. And that's why there are some movies. I will not mention those guys. They'll just show you like some, they won't show you the full movies. At the end of the day, you need to be watching advertisement to complete that movie, because they've gotten your attention. First time I'll just sit down, I'll watch like the way they won't upload all the what they used to call it, all the episode. So you just watch the short episode. They want to get my attention. I'll leave. I won't try to even watch the remaining episode by downloading their app. I will see the next episode again. I'll try to watch the next episode. Oh God, I will leave it again. I'm not going to finish it again. The next time again, just like at some point, I'll just like, okay, let me go and see what happened at the end of I am not going to mention any name. Adele, but you are right though. I like the fact that you can relate to what I'm saying. Wow, you make the whole thing easy. Wow, nice one. So that is their own marketing funnel for them to be able to get their users to get my attention. I watched the first time, the second time, the third time, the second time, I'm beginning to generate interest. They are getting that person small, small. Exactly. Then later, I will not have the desire to, okay, let me even go and see the completing part of what happened in this movie. Then I'll download their app. Action. That is when the action takes place. Downloading the app, then I'll start watching. I'll be watching advertisements if I don't want to subscribe to their channel. Do you understand? And there are even some products that you buy them and they'll be giving you extra, 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 because they want to retain you and all of those things. And for your mind, you get there. Ah, these people, they treated me well. Ah, can you believe that I went to like make my hair and they even did pedicure for me? They did manicure, they did everything. They even gave me drink. They even opened my this thing for me. When I was about entering my car, they were like, "Don't worry, at your service, man." You were like, "Wow, they're trying to get you." So that's not that they are nice. I'm not saying that they are nice. But all those things they are saying is marketing strategy. So for your mind, you just get to just like, wow, they treated me like a queen. Of which all those things that you are trying to do, you are paying for those services, but you will not know. So they are just they are just trying to like convince you, right, to come back and all of those things. So your marketing funnel is very important. How you get your customers, and then yeah. So yeah, that is just it. I hope you understand what this is. So yeah. So let's do a quick exercise. We don't have much time again. Pick a product or a service right now. Pick a product. Think of a new product or imaginary product that you would like to launch. You can just drop it. Okay. I like that. I like the fact that you can relate to what I'm saying. So now quick exercise for everybody. This is how you're going to do it. For example, Bukola, for example, you pick up a product and you write the name of the product. You define who are your target audience for that product. That's the second thing. Oh. Then the third thing is You write a value proposition that is what problem are you solving and why is your solution better? This would have been like an assignment for everybody, but then you can just quickly drop it on the chat box. Let me see if you have an understanding of what go-to-market strategy is for today's class. So pick a product, write a value proposition, just write something short. It doesn't have to be too lengthy. Then three, you write the problem statement. Just write a short problem that you're trying to solve and the solutions that you have. Then you now choose a marketing channel. I'm not supposed to add that marketing channel, but I've added it. How do you want to reach them? You add it. Then what is that one thing that you do that will make a big splash? Are you going to offer a discount or you're going to partner with a micro influencer? Then you now set a metric. How will you know your launch works? Is it by 100 downloads in the week? Is it an offline success? Is it true offline means that you want to generate your users? You can just quickly drop that. No, don't give one. Just write them like a sentence. First, this is the product, this is the problem, this is the solution, this is my marketing channel, success metrics, and if I get few feedback, then I'll know that you all have an understanding of what go-to-market strategy is. So tomorrow we're going to be talking about product launch. So I believe that you all understood what a go-to-market strategy is. So I'm expecting everybody's engagement on the channel. Popcorn. See, everybody should follow Mr. Slim. I think he's a senior PM. We help them down. Coming to YouTube. You have an attendance and then you log in WhatsApp calls. Let me see. Okay, your product is Slim TV. Then who are you selling to? Audience at Incubator Hub, students. What problem are you solving? You help them, that will help them coming to YouTube. And we have attendant link immediately, the login. Then what's your marketing channel? WhatsApp. And then what is the simple launch tactic? What's that one? Are you going to offer a discount? Or I think that was not added. And how do you want to set your success metrics as well? How do you want to know if they're engaging with the channel? Or is it too much? Or is the tax too much? Or do you want me to reduce it? Do you want me to reduce the tax? Okay, your product is popcorn and your target audience is children. The problem you want to solve is digestion, aid, and entertainment. Your market funnel is advertisements and promotions. Okay, then how do you want to determine success for your products? That's for Chiji. Chiji, okay. How do you want to determine success? I'm waiting. Okay, travel app. That's your product. Okay. So, what be specific? Who are you selling it for travelers that need information on their location? Okay, so your marketing channel is Instagram. Okay. So you're gonna be offering discounts. Okay. And set a success metrics daily user. Wow. Grace, this for you. Nice one. I love that. Let me see. Akinyele Tosin. Rural. Okay, your product is rural access to 8K. You even gave it a nickname. You even gave it a. I think that's the product you're working on. I guess your target audience is individuals that are living in rural areas who have limited access to quality care. Then your marketing channel is offline. Okay, and access to primary health care. Okay. Then what is that simple launch tactic? Are you going to be offering a discount or you want to partner with a micro influencers or is it going to be freemium or is it going to be penetrating pricing or is it going to be what else? We have bundle value pricing and We have what other one? We have scheming pricing. So what how exactly do you want to get that done? Akin Elitosin. Complete what you started. Okay, for Mr. Slim, okay, you want to be offering free classes with notable facilitators to measure. So how do you measure success? It's be done weekly by feedback poll. Do you think feedback poll is going to enable you to generate success? Don't you feel like the numbers of students is like a measure for you to determine success for it? The numbers of participation. Feedback poll. Are you sure feedback pool is a metric for you to use? Mr. Slim. Okay, the product is Chin Chin. Okay, I'm seeing products there. Natural fruit drink. Students, it will help them build their immune system. You didn't finish what you started. Agatha, you didn't finish. Okay, Olale said product, aging wellness. What now happened? You didn't finish that also. Ogate, your product is fashion design web. Problem is accurate body measurement. How do you want to solve them? Application that help get body measurements of any age, anytime with easy audience. Okay, 18 to 60. Okay, your market channel is web app, social media. Social media, yeah, okay, but you are not specific. Is it YouTube? Is it LinkedIn? And you have to be specific, but I understand. So, how do you want to determine success? Ugati. How do you want to know that you're making progress? So, complete what you started also. Well done. We also have another one that is Talk App, an app where people come and talk unashamed. I hope it's going to be anonymous, right? They won't see their faces. Or how do you want to hide their identity that they will not, because everybody that wants to be seen, but then it depends on how you want to do it. Target audience is married people and young adults. Your value proposition is a safe place to talk and find help without being criticized. Then is it going to be free? And how do you want to determine success? You're not adding that to it. So I'm glad that I'm even happy that everybody understand what go-to-market strategies. And I know that we have senior PM on this channel, and I want to congratulate everybody that made it this far. I'm really proud of everybody's growth, and I'm happy that you're not wasting your data and you're not wasting your time, that you're getting value, which is what is very, very important to me. That's, I mean, at the end of the cohort, you'll be proud to say you have experience, at least you know what PM is all about. You can take up a project, even if you are not perfect at it yet. But with the training you've received, you can put one or two together. And I mean, you will definitely succeed in it. I'm really proud of everybody's turn up, honestly. So this is for everybody. Well done. So I won't be able to take all of this, but then I am proud of everybody. Okay, let me read Olajumoke's one. We have 6 minutes. A beauty palace. I'm sorry if I'm unable to read yours, but to be honest, well done. Well done, everybody. For everybody that contributed, well done to you once again. So let me just read Olajumoke's one. A beauty palace where you can go and get a complete transition for any events. Young men and women is your target audience. Instagram events, TikTok. So is the event, is it offline or online? What kind of event is it? Is it what kind of event? Is it tech events, wedding? But I think it's going to be relating to that aspect. Okay, you'll be using influencers. You offer discounts. So for you to determine success is review. How can you use reviews to determine? Yeah, review is for you to get feedback, but for you to determine success. Do you think review is a good metrics? You have to check that again. I won't be able to read all that, but to be honest, I am really, really happy for the feedback. I'm sorry, I won't be able to read everything. Yeah, thank you everybody for participating once again. I am rooting for you. All right, I'm rooting for everybody. So just keep writing your stories, keep telling your stories on LinkedIn. You can tag me. I always engage it. I would like it. I will encourage you because it's there's no great man or great product manager out there that they just became a senior PM. They started small, and there's nobody that has not failed before. If you are the type of person that you listen to success story of people that succeeded in the past, there is a time that they failed at some point. But don't be scared of failure. Nobody's gonna fail. But don't think that you need to figure everything out before you put yourself out there. Okay? With the little knowledge that you've received, you can package it. Do you understand? Package it. You can watch videos on YouTube. Just since you have your course outline, just check online on how those things can be applied in real life products. Very easy. Yeah, do you understand? But I know that this set of people that I'm seeing on this channel, they will definitely become a great product manager. So I won't be surprised when I see your updates on LinkedIn because I know that you guys are great PM. So we've come to the end of tonight's class. So if you have any question that I cannot attend to, you can always search for my name on LinkedIn. My name is BC Baba Olabisi Babayemi. So that's my name on LinkedIn. I always attend to any question. In case I didn't reply on time, don't get angry. But I'll definitely respond to everything once I'm online. All right, thank you guys. I hope to see you tomorrow. Good night. Yeah, bye.